What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week number 12 of our Tennessee Titans franchise, where the Titans picked up a victory over the Oakland Raiders. Now, looking at the score, it looked like a blowout. However, the game was a lot closer than it looked. Now, maybe close isn't the right word. However, the Titans definitely didn't dominate like the scoreboard would indicate. It definitely was a struggle offensively. Ever since we got the new sliders, we've really struggled to run the ball. And I feel like that's a little bit more realistic. We don't have the greatest of running backs right now. We do have a pretty solid offensive line, but right now our running backs aren't that great. So it kind of makes sense that they're a little bit inconsistent, and I'm okay with that. Passing the ball has been a lot more difficult as well. Mariota had a very good completion percentage, but looking at passes down the field has become a lot more difficult. And it's definitely something we're going to have to adjust to. Now, next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. We've already seen this team once, and we are fighting for a spot in the playoffs right now. If we can pick up a victory against the Jaguars, that would be huge. We got very lucky since they lost their last game, and we are right back in the playoff hunt. No team from our division at the current pace is going to make the playoffs unless we win the division. We don't have a wild card spot open for us by the looks of things right now. And so we're really going to need to perform really well here over the last few weeks. Again, the Jaguars are leading the way right now. They're one game ahead of us, technically two, because they have the tiebreaker on us at the moment. However, we're at home this week, and if we can win here, we're going to have the same exact record, and the tiebreaker is going to be split between us. So it definitely helps our chances out as we move forward. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do all that stuff later. Let's get into some scouting here, though, for a minute. See what we got. Again, I think I'm just going to start scouting down the list here. I think this is my new strategy. This way, we can get everybody's best trait. And if I see something that stands out that I really want to see more of, at that point, maybe we could look at other stuff as well, like this guy. I mean, 7th round. Yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. Now, it doesn't have a big spin move there. But that's something to look at. But anyway, I'm going to scout a whole bunch of attributes like right down the bat. And that way, once we get the combine results and everything like that, we're really going to start putting together late steals potentially. We're going to know what their strength is and how that's going to mesh with their speed, strength, whatever, depending on their position and what's important. We might be able to find some steals that way. Now, that guy up there has pretty solid catching for where he is projected to go. So let's go ahead and scout him out a little bit more. Good, spectacular catch. The guy is 6'4", projected to go to the 5th round right now. This could definitely be a steal for us, and a pretty good catch in traffic as well. This is definitely a guy that we're going to have to keep an eye on. I'm going to go ahead and add him to the watch list because that is a steal for where he is projected to go at the moment. At least if his combine results come back well. I mean, again, this guy, you know, he could come back and have absolutely no speed at all, and that would just kind of nullify all of his catching attributes, at least to a certain extent. Maybe we could put him at tight end or something, I don't really know. But anyway, this is just my new strategy, and I think this could definitely help us find some good guys later on in the draft, at least to fill in and maybe play a very specific role in our offense or our defense, depending on where we draft them and who it is and everything like that. So next up, let's go ahead and look at the rest of our schedule here. We've had a pretty easy schedule throughout this season, I will say. We haven't played a whole lot of really, really good teams to this point, and it's definitely helped us out. We have the Jaguars. They beat us 31-6 in our first matchup, so we need to come out and get some revenge. You know, that's not good look for us right there. We got the Jets on the road. We haven't been the greatest of road teams right now this season. We have the Patriots on the road. That's definitely going to be very difficult as well. The Texans, still a pretty good team. They're not playing all that great right now, but, you know, obviously they have a lot of playmakers on defense in the Colts. So all four of these teams are pretty good in their own right. Now, the Colts, another team that's kind of underachieving right now, but we know the talent that they have. We know what they're capable of doing. So this is probably the toughest part of the schedule we have had all season long. And unfortunately, it's coming down to when it matters the most. So hopefully this young Titans team is going to be able to step up and pull together some wins here. We can go ahead and check out the AFC South standings. Again, all of us, we're all kind of bunched together right here. But even if you look at the AFC in general, there's no wild card spots available for us. There's just no way. Well, I guess we're kind of working our way back up. Now, we were a little bit farther behind. But if you look at that, it's still not very likely. We're really going to have to put together some solid wins And going up against teams like the Patriots and Jets, let's go ahead and check out what their record was. I forgot to do that. Patriots 8-3. That's not going to work out in our favor at all. The Jets, they don't really have a quarterback. They have a pretty good defense, but never mind. They're definitely not doing all that well so far this season. Only sitting at 4-7 right now. The Raiders, the team we just beat, was 3-8. So overall, our division doesn't have too many really weak teams at the moment. That's kind of interesting. Our conference, I should say. Stats. We'll briefly look at our division stats this week. I try to switch it up a little bit. I'll need to check out the awards as well. Whoops, where am I going? I'm so... come on. Oh, I am so lost right now, guys. I apologize. It has been a long day, let me tell you. So Mariota leading the way at quarterback rating. Doesn't have as many yards as Luck or Bortles do, but he's doing pretty solid. 2,600 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions for Andrew Luck. Bortles, 24 touchdowns, 13 interceptions for him, and he has more yards. It's kind of interesting to see that Mariota has a better quarterback rating, but that could all, factor in many different things. So, and then Hoyer and Mount have split the time here pretty much. Looks like Hoyer has been the better of the two, but it's such a small sample size from both that you really can't tell. I mean, they're so close together anyway. Sankey at 4.8 yards a carry. Again, it's been much more difficult to run since we've changed the sliders around. And this number is probably about to start dropping off quite a bit, unfortunately for us. But it is more realistic, so I'm okay with it. Frank Gore second, 909 yards for him. 1,300 yards for Sankey right now. He's having a good season. Ray Rice, who had a really good game against us, with 685. He has 7 touchdowns as well. Herron with 9 touchdowns there for the Colts. T.Y. Hilton and Sankey leading the way in the division with 58 catches. We use Sankey quite a lot out of the backfield. That's something I definitely feel like is good for rookie quarterbacks. Having a guy out of the backfield able to catch the ball and make some plays that way. Every rookie quarterback could use like a tight end or running back just as a safety net. That's why I feel like a lot of times you see tight ends like the favorite target of quarterbacks. Dorial Green-Beckham's actually leading the way in touchdowns for division. T.Y. Hilton, number 2. Jalen Strong, another rookie here, with 6. And Alan Hearns with 6 as well. Blocking, there you go. Defense, Huff leading the way. 111 tackles for Huff. I love it. And it's so weird seeing all these safeties up here and stuff like that. Williamson at 96 for us. Sacks, we got 9.5 for Ryan Davis, 9.5 for Derek Morgan, 9 for J.J. Watt, 7.5 for Smith and Curry, 7 for Cole and Newsome. Interceptions, let's see what we got. Oh man, I apologize, guys. It came out of nowhere. Again, I've just been out of it. It's been a weird day. 6 interceptions for Vontae Davis, 4 for Lowry, 4 for Cox, 3 for Huff, Posluszny, and Jackson. Fumbles forced. See what we got. 4 for Toller, 3 for Posluszny. Fumbles recovered. Posluszny, Hal, Brown, and Huff each with 2. Blocks. J.J. Watt and Langford getting 2 blocks there. I have never seen a block in a Madden game in as long as I can remember. It's very rare that it happens. Like, I'm talking about like multiple versions of Madden now. I don't remember ever seeing one. Vince Wilfork got a safety with Odrick. And defensive touchdowns. Avery Williamson, we just saw that one. So that was very cool. Kick returns, we only have 1 in our division, it looks like, and that is from Philip Dorsett, the rookie from Miami. Punt returns, none through the division right now. Guys, that is going to be it for this episode after I check out the weekly awards. We've already seen the Jags lineup. We know who they have. So that'll be it after this. Aaron Rodgers, 33 of 46, 350 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. Philip Wheeler, 19 tackles and an interception. Derek Johnson, 3 sacks to go with 12 tackles. And Justin Forsett, 143 yards, 7.9 yards a carry, 1 rushing touchdown, and 1 receiving touchdown for him. And I will see you guys next time. Later.